Well, I want to remind everybody of something. I know there are some Dragon Ball fans who are like, we want Dragon Ball Super, and oh no, you made Goku a kid again. And I can tell you from my own experience doing it, what's great about Akira Toriyama is that he can take one of his, an old concept or an old idea and make it fresh. Like when Resurrection F came out, even when we heard about it, I remember thinking, oh man, Frieza again? I thought we were done with Frieza. But then it was amazing. Yeah. And then they brought back Cell, and I thought, when are we going to have a new villain? But it was amazing. So initially I was like, hey, he's a kid again. I mean, I was GT, but I know if it's his project and he wants to do it and it's his baby, it's going to be great. Yeah. He's really just so good at just telling stories and such a master of comedy and humor and creative ideas that while I'm a little sad I'm not Goku in most of it, I am in the beginning and the end probably. I haven't seen the last part yet, and I can't say too much. But and I think they just announced a theatrical release for the English dub, which I don't know when that's coming out, but that was a surprise to me, actually. They just called me one day and said, oh, so there's in theaters. I'm like, oh, all right, that's cool. That's fine, that's great. I thought it was really cool. So I'm confident, for those of you hardcore fans that are like, but I didn't want Kid Goku, I still think it's going to be amazing.
I agree.
Because of Akira Toriyama's magic touch. Yeah. And we're all going to miss that. And I think it's going to reverberate throughout the universe forever. Yeah. So, and I'm here for the rest of Z, Super when it comes back, if it ever does come back, because they would be fools not to finish it. But that's up to the folks in Japan. We got to respect that. Yeah. But I'm here for it if they need me, and the journey is going to keep continuing. Yeah. So, and I know they announced this at New York Comic Con last year. I know they made a 10-year plan with Akio Yoko's company, Capsule Corporation. They want to do more movies and more video games. So, but they have limited bandwidth. One Piece is real popular right now. Yeah. Toei animates that as well. One Piece is an amazing show. So, I'm just excited for Toei's success in that regard. I'm also grateful to them as well and all the support they've shown me over the years of playing Goku, et cetera. So it's just been, in spite of this tragedy that we lost Akira Toriyama Sensei too soon, there's beauty in what's left to do for his powerful, powerful work. Yeah. And I would not be sitting here knowing any of you or shaking your hands if a young Japanese man in the 80s decided to not draw a little Goku. Yeah. And so I'm here because of the power of one and a pen and imagination of staggering proportions.
That's so good. I think so many of us are here because he drew Goku one day, right? Because Goku really set the stage to change manga and anime storytelling and for forever. Yeah. And I think a lot of us are here because of that. And that's why I'm so pumped about it too, because it's one of the last things that he's leaving for us, and everything he's touched, in my opinion, has been really, really good. And from a fan perspective, same thing with Resurrection F and Superhero. I was like, dude, Frieza again?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Holy cow.
And it was great.
And then Superhero, I was like,
Cell? What? But it was great.
It was awesome.
So
okay, that was great.
That's why I'm like, if it hadn't been written by Akira Toriyama, I'd be like, sus a little. Yeah. I'd be like, is it going to be good? Because he wasn't all over GT, and some people like GT, some people don't. I like GT just fine. I think it's good. And they're borrowing more elements from GT. People are like, is GT canon? Well, they're using Pan more. They're using their Super Saiyan 4 and Sparking Zero. So they're starting to borrow more elements